Shalom Akim, Yahba Shimya Shai Barakatam, double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Great Moonstone who rule well, and the sincere Akim that keep the faith of Yahba Shimya Shai with all diligence. It's Brother Menashe DC Camp with another brief video, because it's important we keep an eye on what's going on in the EU, especially between Europe and the Russians. Because right now, things are not really looking good based on that Iranian deal and other deals that need to be, keeping a closer, a closer, a close eye on. All right, because battle for resources, the elite work. So I'm gonna play this video. It talks about the Russian president, making fun while I was at a conference, with the Prime Minister of France, telling him, that no big deal, they'll provide security for the EU because you know how it is, man. Money gotta flow, So I'm gonna play the video and hopefully I can be edified.
Мы, конечно, не можем быть удовлетворены уровнем, характером российско-американских отношений. Мы готовы к этому диалогу. Господин Трамп предложил провести отдельную встречу. Но вот пока не складывается у нас, много возникает проблем. Но мы готовы к тому, чтобы вести этот диалог предметный. Я думаю, что он давно назрел и многосторонний по очень многим направлениям. Дональд высказал озабоченность по поводу возможной новой гонки вооружений. Я с ним полностью согласен. Вот эти шаги, которые мы обсуждаем сейчас, и по северно-корейской проблеме, и по иранской, они, конечно, нас не сближают, но это тоже повод для того, чтобы обсуждать эти вопросы. Вот Эммануэль сказал, что у Европы и у США есть взаимные обязательства. Европа зависит от Соединенных Штатов в сфере безопасности, но на этот счет не надо переживать, мы поможем.
Yep. So that's the point right there. How Rwanda.
Но на этот счет не надо переживать, мы поможем.
Rwanda. Then Roscoe really says Europe is dependent on the United States in the security sphere.
Безопасности. Но на этот счет не надо переживать, мы поможем. Мы обеспечим безопасность.
Yeah, so that's part of prophecy that's gonna take place, man. Because the way the Mossad set it up, you're gonna have the EU going the separate way, and then they're gonna turn against America. It's all prophecy. You can't twist that. And then you had I believe the head of the IMF right there, the lady right there with the gray hair, what's her name? Christine Lagarde. Yeah, so this is a St. Petersburg International Economic Forum. All right, so tell a lot of big wigs there. Not just anybody could attend that conference. You gotta be approved to be there. All right, so let me just get a few more seconds.
И во всяком случае, все, что от нас зависит, мы сделаем для того, чтобы не было никаких новых угроз.
Yep. So it's basically says that it seems to me there's need to think in this direction. So they're gonna abandon, the relationships they got with America, and then they're gonna go ahead and look towards Russia. They're gonna start cooperating with Russia. So I'm gonna pull out the precept from Obadiah. This is verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All right. So whatever the elites been planning in the background, discussing, it's gonna be brought to the forefront. That's why it's important, brothers, keep an eye out for these conferences, because when I was, when I started, when I joined GMS, over about 10 years ago, brothers used to be heavy into watching the news. After a while, you gotta learn how to be very selective. You don't have all the time to just sit there and watch the whole conference. You just get snips and bits here and there, and then you parse it through the scriptures, you filter it through the scriptures. And then verse 7 says that all the men of that confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee, that they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, there is none understanding in him. So, America is just going down the drain, and then a lot of folks see it, but then a lot of folks don't agree with it. So verse 8 says, shall lie not in that day, said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau. So, America is just going to fall apart, man. The nation of Edom is going to fall apart, because, the Russians, the Edomites, the EU, it's basically all Edomites, it's an Edomite bloc. And then America, it's an Edomite structure. All the so-called representatives in government, they're all there to fulfill the the wishes, the the directives that have been issued by the Edomite elite. It's all business. It says it's not personal; it's all business. When it says business, meaning it's what the elites have in mind. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, George Soros, you name it, man. They have the elites in Russia too, the elites in England, the elites all over the world, especially in Europe. They have to have a voice at a table. Just like when you watch the movie Godfather, they have the foot soldiers that take care of business. That's the way it's being depicted. So brothers gotta understand, man, World War III is gonna happen. There's so much at stake. Alright? So the beast shall hate the whore, and then we look at Revelation chapter 17. Yeah, because this part of the prophet is very important. So it's Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Alright? For the Most High had put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree. Alright? That's a conspiracy among the EU nations to abandon cooperation with America and give their kingdom unto the beast. Okay? Until the words of Yahweh Shema Shaba Hashem Kakadash shall be fulfilled. Alright? And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. So that great city is America, Babylon the Great. So it's a headache, to be going back to the drawing board every single time, a deal is made, breaking of treaties, that stuff is very unpleasant. It's what causes markets to be unstable. So that's the way, it's going to plan out, because it's all, smoke and mirrors for now. But when the rubber meets the road, there's going to be, bombs going off, bullets flying, all kinds of attacks. So that's the way it's going to happen, man. It's going to be so much destruction, so much carnage. As what of Yahweh Shema Shai has been set in action, before the foundations of the earth. So, Kahalaya Bashima Shah, it's very important I can understand, man, that there's nothing, the these so-called Americans could do, it's nothing the Amalekites could do, all this trickery they've been pulling, to bring America down to its knees. It's gonna happen, but it's gonna take a different turn, because the Edomites against each other, they're gonna lose, they're gonna lose woefully. So Yabashima Shah has always been in control. And then if you dig in some more, you find out that the same elites that run Europe are the same people that just using America as a punching bag, man, as a world police. So they're just gonna throw America under the bus. They're gonna sacrifice America for their for their project. The so-called New World Order. So it's not far-fetched, man. And then they're using the Amalekites in the land of Israel to to control America. So that's exactly is going. It's all one big web of influence, man. There's nothing the so-called American or politicians could do, man, because there's so much dirt out there, man. That if they should be released in public, a lot of government officials would just be killing themselves, jumping off the bridge, overdosing, so that's just, keep them on the leash. But regardless of that, they all go into captivity, thus said the Lord, through his words, which the prophets have been proclaiming. So not for me not to, keep on rambling, just get the precepts. All right, so I'll get another one. Let's see. Let's see. This one is from Alright, so this is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 12. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. So that's talking about America. Alright. So that's Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 12. Let's bring it right back. All right. If you read the whole chapter, you know it's talking about America. It says destroyers of my heritage. Destroying the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And then verse 12 says, your mother shall be so confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindrance of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. And then verse 13 says, because of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Alright, so that's simple right there. And just to add one more precept, and then I'll move on. Let's see. I'm just getting some buzzwords there. All right. Yeah, so like Yakim, just gonna get this precept, you know. Yeah, so like you're just gonna get this one. Uh, yeah, so yeah, if you read the book of Revelation, talks about the eight beasts. Yeah, because I'm not looking it right, so I just use the keyword for beasts. It's 158 times. Alright, so it's like Yakim. Okay, Tawad Yabashimashai. So this is Revelation chapter 17, verse 11. Alright. So it says, and the beast that was and is not, he is the eighth, and is of the seven, and goeth into perdition. So that's talking about America right there. Alright. So it's that simple, you know, because America is a revival of the Roman Empire. Okay. I read one more time. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth, and is of the seven, and goeth into perdition. Yep. So that's exactly what's gonna happen, man. You know, it's gonna get so chaotic in these last days that Yahweh Shema Shai will have to step in, because Yahweh Shai said that, you know, if the time is not cut short, you know, the rulership of this Edomites is not cut short, no flesh shall be saved. You know, and then for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So that's exactly, you know, what the Most High, you know, has had from the beginning. So with that being said, hope I can be edified. You know, just build me, because I should have started from verse 11. You know, but other than that, you know, hope brothers got the main point, man, because the EU and the Russians are gonna get together. You know, and then there's gonna be America and a couple of its allies, you know, fighting against the EU, you know, and against Iran and some other Arab countries. So, you know, Yahweh Shema Shah is gonna let that World War III happen. You know, so the brothers and politicians, to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and since I came doing the work of Yahweh Shema Shah, you know, stay faithful, stay humble, keep up the good fight. You know, just make sure you know you don't give up, man. It's a fight of faith. You know, you gotta endure unto the end. Shalom.